We're really delighted to have Secretary Carter here on an extremely busy day. He's in New York. The launch of the book just came from the Colbert Show. I don't know how we could live up to that, Secretary, says Secretary Carter. But the book has received incredible reviews. As you could see, this is not a short book. It's really a behind the scenes from one of the most fascinating people who pulls the curtain of what really happens at the Pentagon, how it affects our lives, and what it actually means all to us in our daily lives, business, etc. So to start off, tell me, what type of mindset did a PhD and study at Oxford give you for a career at the Pentagon?
Well, it's a good question. A lot of people ask me, is this loud enough? How did I get into this in the first place? And the honest answer to that is that in my day.
Okay. There's one lady that back can't hear you, so let's switch microphones.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's that? Is that better? Yeah, I can tell it's better. In my day, I was doing theoretical physics. That's what I liked to do. That's what I thought I'd do for my entire life. But the people who taught me and were the generation above me, senior to me in theoretical physics, were the Manhattan Project generation. And they taught us, they were getting up in years, and they taught us, the younger generation, that we had a responsibility, as they felt they had a responsibility, having technical knowledge, and in their case, having created what today we would call disruptive technology, right? Namely nuclear weapons. And they were proud that they had done that because they believed it had ended World War II with less loss of life. But they also knew that it created an existential danger to humankind. And so they fought so they went on to invent arms control, non-proliferation, missile defense, civil defense, coded locks on nuclear weapons, and all kinds of other things to try to take some of the bad away from an invention they had made to do good. So their spirit was, you have an obligation. If you have knowledge, you have an obligation. And that's what first got me into it. A couple of them said, very famous people said, Ash, you need to go to Washington for just 1 year. Just 1 year. It was 1980. Just 1 year. And work on this particular technical problem that's of really great importance. And that was my first taste. I didn't have, otherwise I hadn't taken any political science courses or anything like that in my entire life. I knew nothing about international politics, knew a lot of history because I was interested in history. That helped. But that's how I get into it.